Kakadosh Boker Tov. We're just going to continue with the halachot. This is now of talking about Rosh Hashana. There is a minhag li tanot Erev Rosh Hashana. There's a minhag to do ta'anit on Erev Rosh Hashana. And here when it says, what is the reasoning of the ta'anit? So there's a few different reasons exactly why would they do ta'anit. One of the reasons is that in order to come in to Rosh Hashanah with hakna v'shivron lev, to come in with humbleness, with a broken heart, but the ta'anit da makes haknat lev. And the majority of the tzibur would actually do this ta'anit, and there's no yuara, there's not going to be any haughtiness if a person is going to do this, right? Unless that a person is going to be chalash, or zaken, or katan, or things like that. So therefore there was such a minhag that they would do it. There's also another reason actually brought down on Pia Midrash, that it says that there was a famous mashal, that a king that was going to come to the city. So he says that at the beginning, it was going to be that the elderly ones, the greatest ones, they came and they came out to greet the king in order to get off a lot of the taxes. So he went and he said, okay, fine, I'm going to take off a shlish. Then it was afterwards, there were other ones that came out, and then he took off another third. And then afterwards, everybody came out of the city, and then they basically completely forgive the entire debt that the entire city had towards the king. So they say the same thing actually happens with us. He says on Erev Rosh Hashanah we come we have a minhag of fasting. Then on the Sertimet Teshuvah there are more that also have the minhag of fasting, as the Rama actually brings down here that the Medaktekim nagu shekol echad mitaneh 10 yamim. Right? He says they have a minhag that they would actually fast for 10 days. And there's a whole question, how do they actually get to 10 days? Some people say actually that we fast anyway the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. The reason why is because a lot of people, right, they won't actually eat until after Chatzot on Rosh Hashanah. Because by the time the shofar and everything, so therefore what happens? You have until Chatzot on the first day of Rosh Hashanah, until Chatzot the second day of Rosh Hashanah, you have the time of Yom Kippur, you have Erev Rosh Hashanah, then you have on Erev Kippur, if you're eating, it's like you fasted 2 days, right? They make a whole bunch of calculations exactly how do you do it. However though, right now, if you're going to come and you're going to fast on Erev Rosh Hashanah, so that's the first third that they went out towards the king. During the Aseret Teshuvah is the second third. And then on Kippur, that everybody comes and fasts. So that's the third third, which are coming towards the king, and then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will come and he will forgive us. So that's the reason why there is such a minhag of fasting on Erev Rosh Hashanah. Now, there's another halacha, which is to do with Nefilat Apayim. So we do not do Nefilat Apayim, right, on Erev Rosh Hashanah during the Tefillah, that even though they did it in Shachrit, in the Selichot, so therefore they do not do it afterwards, which means that we never have this problem, right, because of the nets. So basically when we're doing it in the nets, for sure we could do it on Erev Rosh Hashanah. In the Selichot, we're going to be doing the Selichot, we're going to be doing the Tachanunim. But once it gets to the actual Shachrit, we do not do Nefilat Apayim, Erev Rosh Hashanah. So during the Shachrit, we do not do it. What happens if Selichot is going to be after, right, the nets? So then also they're going to have a problem that they would have to also skip out, right, the Selichot as well. So these are just a few of the Chol. We'll continue tomorrow with other Lachot pertaining to Erev Rosh Hashanah Be'ezrat Hashem.